time for our prediction games, and today we're going to predict the match that's coming up tomorrow, which is Arsenal versus PSG. All right, now this game is a cracker, okay? Because I know that a lot of you are hoping and wishing what's going to happen. All right, Arsenal going to win, PSG going to win. So we'll make our prediction today. One thing we'll do is I'm going to give my prediction about this game. I'm also going to use other tools that we could then streamline the predictions and make sure that who we think would win would win. Let's jump into it. It's hashtag Titas. We'll do everything about digital marketing, e-commerce, drop shipping. All right, and also we're in the prediction business. So let's go. Now, who do we think will win? This is what I know for sure. I know first of all the match is going to be a very difficult game because PSG is going to bring in their A game, and Arsenal is hoping to win Champions League that they've never won. But then the question is, what do we think would happen in that game? Now, this is what I think. First of all, remember that PSG just played a game on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, where they lost 3-1. I think that's the third loss for the season, and that's crazy because that game was supposed to be like a refresher game, like a game that helps them, like a mock game, the game that helps them prepare for the semi-final. But then they failed because first things first, they were leading that game by 1-0. At the end of the game, it was 3-0, 3-1. I was wondering, what is going on? So that's what happened to PSG. Now, Arsenal, on the other hand, played a game with Crystal Palace, but then they drew the game 2-2. And I'm like, what's going on? Okay. Why are you guys just losing and drawing your games? These are games to prepare you for what comes next. But this is where the difference comes in, guys. For one thing, Arsenal has like a longer rest period or rest time, from when they played. I think they played a game like on Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm mistaken, when they're going to play again. So it's almost like 6 days, 7 days rest time before the game, for the semi-finals. But then PSG played Friday and had just like 2 or 3 days to rest before the semi-final. So that is one reason why I feel Arsenal might, beat PSG. All right. One, because of the rest period. Secondly, Arsenal on a very good momentum at the moment because of what they did to Real Madrid. Although I'm not saying that's the yasti, because I was thinking because they thrashed Real Madrid, they'll be able to get one over Crystal Palace, but they fail. All right. So that's not the criteria in judging this. What I feel is Arsenal has a lot of confidence coming from that semi-final. PSG, on the other hand, are not too confident at the moment because, for one thing, Arsenal beat them 2-0 when they met in Champions League sometime this year or last, I'm not sure. So PSG are injured coming to that game because Arsenal has trashed them before. And then the rest time is another thing. Then the third thing again is their coach, the PSG coach. I saw an article. He was complaining about the fans, that Arsenal reduced their fans, the space or the seats for the PSG fans from 3,000 to 500. Now, these complaints that are coming in for me is like a show of weakness, all right? Because if I feel they are not confident of what they can do, that is making them look for loopholes or complain about this. That's what I feel, that they're not confident of what they can do. But that being said, PSG is also on the very top side because, when you think they are down, they bite you. So I think it's going to be a difficult game. But in all, what do I think? I think Arsenal would get one over PSG. And amazingly, I also think PSG might not be able to score in that game. But then I'm scared in making kind of prediction because Saliba has been doing some miracles at the moment lately, making some very silly mistakes. All right. But I feel that this particular game is going to be a different game because of the hunger. And this is the only cup or the only silverware Arsenal has to win. Let's jump in our website. Let me show you what's going to happen with other tools that we have on our disposal. One of the websites is called boardpredictions.com. I'll leave a link in the description. This is what they say would happen. Prediction, they say, is 2-1, although I did not, I think PSG will not score a goal. But here it says 2-1 and this is the correct score there, and they give their reasons why they feel it's going to be like this. All right. So this is that for this tool. The other tool usually would use is to check this one that says, let's click on it, Arsenal PSG. And again, guys, Arsenal are incredible at home. All right, they're incredible at home. All right, so let's see what the website is saying. The website is also saying 2-1. All right, and that prediction is 2-1, and that Arsenal is going to win. So I think Arsenal is going to win. I think everybody thinks Arsenal is going to win. The only thing is that what is the margin? It's going to be a 2-1. It's going to be a 3-0, like it did to Real Madrid. I think it's going to be 2-0 or 3-1. I think the game's going to end 2-0. Let's check on that website again that predicts this match. This is on that website that says Arsenal versus PSG. Who would win and will get a 2-2 here? Game going to end 2-2. Do I think Real Madrid PSG can score 2 goals? The Emirates? No, not going to happen. My opinion, do not go for this if you are thinking this is going to fail, all right? The game is going to probably be like 2-0, 2-1, all right? Or 3-0. But I don't think PSG is going to score a goal. I think they still have PTSD from what happened to them before, what Arsenal did to them. I think they're still a bit scared and a bit very careful. And because they're being very careful, that's when the goals will come in. They're not going to come out to attack. They want to hold Arsenal off. But they can take Arsenal to PSG ground. That's what it's going to be, because Arsenal is going to run them down like a molar. All right. But this is what they feel, and this is what the prediction out there are saying. So what do you think? Do you think Arsenal is trash PSG? Do you think Arsenal is going to manage to win PSG, or do you think PSG will win Arsenal? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Why you think that will happen? The way you said that. I've given you my reasons, and the website in front of me, I've shown it. Check out 3 websites. 2 said Arsenal is going to win. 1 said it's going to be a draw, and it's going to be 2-2. What do you think? What do you think the scoreline will be? And who do you think would win? And why do you say that's what's going to happen? Let me know in the comments. Catch by cheaters. Like the video if it makes sense to you. Subscribe to the channel for more predictions like this, and also share this with anybody who thinks might help, as we're going to see you later. But if you want to get more predictions, I've made a video for you. Watch the video, get more predictions on how these games will end, so that you can boast to your friends that I knew Arsenal is going to win, or I knew Arsenal is going to lose based on the predictions we give to you. We give you bragging rights. All right. See you in the next one. Cheers.